Good afternoon. On this July 2023, my name is Jan Stephen Kavanaugh. You can learn more about me at Ageofpeace2050.com. When I think of Ukraine in the fog of war, I recall, quote, "The art of war is the art of deception," end quote, Sun Tzu. President Biden thinking of sending cluster munitions to Ukraine. To note, Chemical Weapons Convention of 1993 banned their use. Bad enough Ukraine may already be using them. Will Biden agree, and do we? Recently, Biden reluctantly agreed to send F-16s to Ukraine. Over the year plus of this war, incremental increases of killing power requested by Ukraine. In this way, mission creep in the fog of war. Meanwhile, in Russia, we read the recent quote-unquote revolt may be a false flag operation. Sure enough, if true, the Western press bought it. President Putin's demise is imminent. Their subliminal message: Ukraine doesn't need more weapons, attack now. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, American advisors telling Ukraine to attack now as Putin is crashing. Could it be this plays right into Putin's game plan? Whether any of this is true, what we do know is Putin knows a big push is coming. The great strategists in war know it is best to get your enemy to fight on your terms and your time frame. A shakedown within his military command, a strong man taking charge, so much a part of the Russian soul. I read, according to British military expertise, Russia has built quote-unquote classic defensive structures, costly to penetrate. Ukraine's military knows what they are up against. The price of victory will be a lot of bloodshed. For membership in NATO? It is the nature of war, the more bloodshed, this justifies even more bloodshed, till the killing stops. One side says enough, or both sides say enough and negotiate. Russian soldiers, so far at least, are not running. In terms of military as one measure of power, Ukraine outgunned 10-1. So they delay and request greater killing capacity weapons. That they are requesting weapons that are banned tells us how they see their situation not going well. Mission creep trending nuclear in the fog of war in Ukraine. And sad to know, the more I see the barbary and slaughter in Ukraine, and more elsewhere as well, to remember there were off-ramps to that war. The Minsk agreements and Turkey's 1 month in proposal, which is essentially the Minsk II agreement refined. Justifiable, peaceful solutions, offered and turned down by the powers who wanted war. Once again, in matters of peace and war, war wins. I pray for a day when the fog of war and all the horrors and terrors hidden therein have been removed from planet Earth. Out of the Ukraine war, a lesson. Do we see a day when disputes that are triggered, that would trigger this war, are submitted to the courts for settlement, and those settlements enforced? That's the way to peace. We know that common sense wise. When you're at peace, the courts rule. And if they're not correct, you correct them. It's part of a process, better than war. For freedom from war and warming are basic human rights to be noted in the Magna Carta of Human Rights. It can be done, folks. It's just a matter of enough of us voting for it across planet Earth. God bless.